Alright, so in this episode, we actually accomplished a fair bit. I don't really have any idea what's going on right here at the beginning. I think I was just trying to figure out what the hell it was I was trying to do, and then I ended up remembering that I wanted to go look at the trees and stuff up here at the top of the hill, because this was a break in session to the last time I played. Furthermore, there's, like I said, oh, actually, I don't think I've said it yet, but a lot gets done in this episode. I take on the final, or not the final, but another outpost right there. It actually ends up being really easy to take down. There's a couple of jarring transitions just because there's really long segments of travel where nothing really happens, just going from one place to another. So there's also a couple of combat sections that I found pretty irrelevant, so I just cut them out altogether. I didn't get any cool loot, it wasn't any kind of cool monsters or anything like that. And so when nothing cool is going on, you guys don't want to watch me run around for 3 hours, even though you're watching me run around right here at the beginning for absolutely no reason. Did find a key shrine though, so that was kind of nice. Darkened up the world a little bit. Got a, what's it called, a side point out of it. But, yeah, we end up discovering a couple of side quests, make some progress on the, turf war, which is what we're getting ready to do now. This one's actually one of the simpler ones, because a lot of them you have to do, like, you have to jump through hoops to get it. This one, you quite literally, I'm about to just walk in and talk to the guy, and I just persuade him. And he's just like, yeah, alright, I guess you win. There's not really much point in this. It's a very Fallout-y bit at how that one feels anyway. But, you know, it's not too bad. And the way it works is you have a higher chance, but you risk actually a piece of your stats if you fail. I have not lost the persuasion yet in this game. I've had a pretty high chance for most of them. That's the lowest chance I've had for the entire game. So I don't know if that's just good luck or if it's got a weighted check to it. I'm not really sure what's going on there. But yeah, the persuasion seems to work pretty well, especially if you focus on your charisma to any degree. So we get a neat little side quest out of this one. Go find, it's just another old world gadget thing they want me to find. He comes in, he tells me he wants me to go find the final force. I'm ready to take that down. I end up deciding not to do that because I get distracted on the way. I find this really big area called a manufactorium, and I guess we're just gonna go ahead and cut on over to there and stalk whenever we get to it. So for now, I will see you later. I'm gonna go get some old world gadgets, do some pointless fights, and then maybe go around the water a little bit. Nothing too much happens in the interim, really. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. I found this here Fruggo's joint. It's an outpost. It's got just some basic units, a mini boss, and then a boss. He's getting ready to walk out of his hut in a second. There he is. There's like, what, 12 or 11 of these. It's another side quest called Bandit Camp. You take down the bandit, you get a free skill point out of it. They all have a captive you can take down, you get some decent loot. They're very nice little places to take down real quick. You get, like I said, the main loot that you get out of it is the skill point and the captive, or the side point and the karma. But, I actually broke this side quest. I did them out of order or something, and the last one that it wants me to take down, I've already taken. God, I'm sorry for the yawns, my guys. It's just, apparently I'm tired or something, or maybe it just takes a lot of oxygen to sit here and talk like this, and I'm just going too hard, too fast, and my lungs can't keep up because they're not used to it. I don't really know. Point is, these areas are really nice to take down, and I broke the side quest because I did them in the wrong order or something, and now the last one it wants me to take down, I can't take down. So that kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. It is what it is.
The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen. We're all heroes of our own stories, or so we hope. Seems like the tree of life. They have a friend having troubles with the could find that windy. But without the bellows, the folk around here will suffer. Hope you can. Figures their. might want to poke around in that old hole. That's a Terra Globus from the back in time, an atlas map of Unearth's ground range. But it still works. You need to swivel the Globus's bearings to get the atlas mapper to work.
Upon that beast.
Alright, this bit here is really
Excellent.
interesting. We get another flashback into the past here. There's, what, I think 4 of these total. You go find this really weird, gigantic bear thing. You walk up to him, and then he just bloops you into the past. So here we go. Now, actually, whenever you do this, all it wants you to do is you fight the bullies that you had when you were a
Sometimes
kid.
your mind creates an illusion where it's possible to go back.
I don't know
in
how long it
time
takes him to say that line.
to
He talks
relive a
slow,
moment
much
in
slower
your
than me.
life.
But this dude with the bow actually just completely stomps on my head. Like, I don't even know how you're supposed to be able to beat this guy. His bow is just ridiculous. Like, I fought pretty okay there, and he just completely demolishes me. There's just no hope. But win or lose, you get an automaton piece out of it. So all you gotta do is find the guy, and then you get automaton upgrades. The upgrades for the automaton are actually really strong. So they're definitely worth coming by and doing these things to get those.
There's no doubt that what you remember.
I think I ended up taking the glider out of this one, which, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that useful. God, excuse me, it's not that useful, but it is helpful. It makes traveling a little bit easier, so that's kind of nice.
I was wondering when you'd recall how to swing the automaton air gliders. You found a manufactorium, a place where Proximal made all sorts of things during the days gone.
Alright, here at the Manufactorium, you can see they're introducing a new mechanic. It's hazardous zones. This one in particular is radioactive. So it explains that you can build your own natural resistances, you can get armor that has resistances, or, well, we'll wait for him to finish freaking out, and then it'll tell me, there you go, there's ping dishes that tell you where you can get a suit for each particular hazard that gives you, it's not just like you put on the suit and it's 100%, it's various pieces that have various resistances, so you can combine them with other armor, so you're not necessarily completely nerfed when you're wearing it, but you can still get a lot of resistance out of it. And also, I ended up learning, I don't know when it's going to be relevant to point this out, but throughout the game, via the crafting thing for the armor, you can put add-ons on the armor. Oh, actually, before I talk about that, I want to talk about this boss real quick. This guy took me way too long to fight, because initially, I did not realize that the armor dude was actually bulletproof. If you shoot him, the bullet, I mean, it makes sense, he's wearing full steel armor. But if you shoot him, the bullets just bounce straight off. It makes him very annoying to damage, especially if you're not very strong with melee or powers. He can be quite the hassle. So this fight ended up taking me way longer than I should have. But that aside, you get add-ons for your armor, and these add-ons, they have various stats, whether it be armor, crit damage, some kind of resistance, health, key regen, any of the various stats that they can give you, as far as I can tell. And what I did not realize is that apparently, when you put an add-on on armor, it only reads the highest amount of, or well, no, not even the highest amount. It only reads the resistances that the add-ons give you. It then ignores the armor's resistance. So your biohazard and your fire resistance, if you have one of those good on an armor, if you put add-ons on it, you actually lose that bonus. Yawns. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I have no idea what's causing this. Also, we failed a puzzle for the first time here. We discovered that it's not really that big of a deal. It just tases you a little bit, and then, you know, you have to cry about it, because, you know, sad times. Zap, and then you just get to reset. I don't even really know why that's a point, because you're not in combat, so you're just gonna heal anyway. So I really don't understand the point of having limited moves on the puzzles, just to annoy you, I guess. I really genuinely don't understand their logic with that. But back to the point at hand. I don't know how long it takes me to realize, actually, the way the add-ons are affecting the armor, and I don't know if that's a feature or a bug. I have no idea. I would imagine that has to be a bug. Surely that can't be a feature, right? Otherwise, like, add-ons are basically pretty pointless, which is very upsetting, but maybe it's a feature so that you don't get overpowered. Also, this introduces the need to get upgraded tools so you can get in certain areas. That very much upset me. And I don't think I ever actually do get the radioactive suit in this episode, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, so I think that pretty much covered everything I wanted to say here. I got distracted a little bit there at the end, kind of trailed off. But yeah, we're gonna disappear at least for a little while here.
No pings there, only holes. Pingity ping ping, you found a trans message. Wonder what's all the way out there at the edge of the surf.
Okay, so the little while that I disappeared was like all of 10 seconds. We found an alcoholic. He's part of the main quest line, but also he's just kind of an interesting character. He talks a lot. Like, he talks a lot, an exorbitant amount. And yeah, I know I said I was going to disappear, but I also said that I did a lot this episode. This is a lot for me to chime in on and talk about. Whenever something neat happens that I can think about, I like to chime in and talk about it at least for a minute, because when I'm doing the actual recording, I am going to chime in and talk about it while it's going on, because that's interesting things that draw my attention. That's how commentary works. But yeah, we found this drunk. We get to drink him under the table later, which is kind of fun. But we end up having like a 4-hour conversation right here, just so he can tell me where to go find some ding-damn rubber ducks. So that's literally all this is for. Anyway, moving on.
Says you should toast the end of the world, but you respect how you take care of yourself first instead of trying to swallow too much. Thinks it's funny you wound up with the Jagme. They drink so little, like birds. I meet this ace. Can't understand that. But who cares about that? I meet this ace. Says you'd be as bummed out as him if you came for the hot stuff. The glug mocker, Nimhimbibble, and his favourite radium syrup. That one's even more intoxicating now, aged in truck tankers and all. I meet this ace. Without a drink, and radium syrup especially, he can't move, much less think, as the power of his mind is directly proportioned to the quantity of The drink helps him forget the state the world is in, but it only lasts until tomorrow. The world is still doomed, even if the sun It makes most dumber, but that's his special burden. He wants you to know he has other interests too. He's the Surf Archipelago's self-proclaimed There are other ways than a cold drink to relieve stress, even in watching pippies flap is calming, but better yet are the ones you can look at and touch, like quacks. They're better at floating than flapping, so you should be able to net a few without growing yourself. Don't even go. The Quack Hollow. It's just lonely. This is a smoother ride than you'd think.
Alright, this here is probably the coolest and most unique puzzle. Again, having the limited moves, while I understand it as far as like puzzles go, it doesn't fail you if you run out of moves. It just kicks you out and makes you start over. It's moderately annoying at worst. So I don't really understand the point of that. But this puzzle actually offers a bit of challenge. You actually have to kind of think about it a little bit to understand what's going on. Also, the first time I was doing it, I didn't understand what was going on. I thought I was trying to get to 4 and I had 6 and I was not paying enough attention. That's why it takes me so long on this one. But these do, oh god. Excuse me. These do actually get incredibly complicated and challenging later. They have X's, Y's, and Z's. They have things that add Z's and take away Y's and so on and so forth. With pretty much every variation you could think of using those. But it's very, very interesting the way that puzzle worked, and it's definitely by far my favorite type of puzzle in the game. The other ones are all pretty mediocre. that is one thing. Puzzles definitely leave something to be desired in this game, but you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a puzzle game, so whatever. I'll live with it.
Disgusting. Biohazard. An artist's blade. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. The tribes need someone to unite them. That leads him to the bottom of the Amano.
So he just asked me to go get him drinks so that I can drink him under the table later. That's not really important. I popped in here to say that we're about to go take the Gumquacks to Gulp and prepare to go and fight the World Eater. It doesn't happen in this episode. I think it happened in the next episode. I don't know, it's kind of hard for me to keep track because I'm putting like 3 or 4 videos together and then condensing them down because I don't have the audio properly. But, yeah, this pretty much does it for this one, and I'm pretty sure we take on the World Eater in the next episode, so you guys have something to look forward to. I hope you enjoy.
After that, Outervate started using his head instead of his legs and came up with the plan on how to best make a stand against the World Eaters, and that's how he got tasked with rebuilding the Goog line. He seems happy to talk. You need to help Goop defeat the Porkypuff before it destroys the southeast route. It's sorry to see your childhood marred you as a grown-up. Understands you have. He seems happy to talk. Says Yumi. He seems happy to talk.
Alright, I think we're going to cut this one here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, share, comment, follow, and subscribe. You can also check out Snowflake on Twitter for updates on when videos come out. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.